Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is an American biographical military movie. This comedy drama is based on Kim Barker's autobiography, The Taliban Shuffle: Strange Days in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The film begins in the year 2006. Bombs can be heard going off in the background as Kim Baker, Tina Fey, and a group of largely military guys are having a party in a house in Kabul, Afghanistan. After a small pause, they again started their partying. A few minutes later, everyone got panic as they heard bombing news. Out of frustration, Kim exits the house wearing a jacket and reaches the explosion scene with her satellite cell phone to contact her office in New York. A local man approaches Kim while she is on the phone. Kim rants and swears at him in the local Dari language before her phone dies and she curses the sky. The movie goes back to the scene from 3 years earlier. A director calls Kim and the other single, childless employees of the New York City news station where she works as a copywriter into a meeting room where they are all assigned to cover the conflict going in Afghanistan. Kim agrees for the project. Kim's boyfriend is not happy that she is moving to Kabul to work as a foreign war correspondent. When Kim arrived in Kabul, she greets by Nick, a member of her security team in charge of keeping Kim safe, and Fahim, a local guide and translator. Fahim, later on, becomes a close friend to Kim. Fahim claims that when a local woman refers to her as a whore for not covering her hair, she is merely saying hello. She meets her co-workers Tanya Vanderpool, Margot Robbie, an English reporter based in London, and Tal Bryan, a cameraman, at the residence where she will be residing. When Kim and Tanya first meet, Tanya asks Kim for permission to sleep with her security personnel Nick. Kim informs Tanya that she is not interested in any males in Kabul because she has a boyfriend back home. Kim frequently goes out to party with Tanya and an Afghan woman named Shakira. Shakira teases her about the origin of her name, and Kim informs her that it simply means white woman. A man approaches Tanya and Kim at the U.S. Embassy party and says he doesn't mind talking to two attractive women. He is told to by Tanya. Ian McKelpie, a friend of Tanya's who works as a freelance photographer, shows interest in Kim, but Tanya tells him that Kim already has a boyfriend. Kim visits U.S. Marine General Holonik, Billy Bob Thornton, whose troops Kim is permitted to interview and join them on routine patrols. The general instructs her to avoid interfering with his Marines' work and sleeping with them so that they can get along with their jobs. One day when they come under fire during one of their normal patrols, Kim jumps out with her camera to record the action while Fahim hastily tries to get her back inside the car out of harm's way. A Marine uses a grenade launcher to put an end to the gunfight. The general gives a speech about using resources wisely, mentioning that the cost of the grenade is much higher than the value of the Toyota pickup truck they destroyed. The general observes Kim has been filming the entire time and tells her to stop, clearly amused by the fact that she intervened in the action. The Marines continue to safeguard a well by repairing it in a nearby town that they thought is being bombed by terrorists. The women of the village explain to Kim that they are damaging the well intentionally because they enjoy gossiping and having free rein when walking to the river. Kim informs this general and he agrees not to fix the well, not to reveal to the village's males the real cause of the well's continuous damage, and to let the women of the village keep their secret. Kim earns the respect of the general, who advises her not to confuse the Marines' Ura and the Navy's Huya. A humorous incident occurs when Kim has to urinate pretty badly and the entire convoy has to pause and wait for her to do so. During her interview with Specialist Coughlin, she treats her in a brotherly manner and advises her to stay hydrated. Specialist Coughlin claims he never reloads his weapon anymore and is promptly reassigned to a different unit. Kim, with the assistance of her tour guide Fahim, interviews Ali, a local politician who many predict will rise to the position of second in command in Kabul. Ali phones Kim when she is about to leave for New York to visit her boyfriend and informs her that he has scheduled an interview for her with a tribal leader. As a result, Kim stays in Kabul and informs her boyfriend the following day that she must stay for work. Fahim, Nick, and Kim visit the warlord, who does not speak English. Fahim lies to the warlord, telling him that Kim is Turkish rather than Muslim so he wouldn't understand her prayers. At one point, the warlord tells Fahim that Kim looks like a gorgeous lad and asks her to pray for him. Fahim may be seen scanning Oprah magazine, which Kim says will benefit his understanding of women. Kim, Tanya, and Shakira are all invited to Fahim's wedding. Fahim responds that Kim doesn't need to buy a dress as long as she is with him as a friend when Kim asks if she should. Shakira and Tanya arrive at the wedding dressed elegantly, but Kim wears casual attire. Over the next 2 to 3 years, Kim and her lover attempt to Skype but are often met with technical issues. It isn't until she and he are on Skype that she finds him in bed with another woman and ends their relationship. Kim, Shakira, and Tanya discuss their motivations behind their visit of Kabul. When Kim looked at the same hump in the gym carpet next to her stationary cycle, she realized that despite all of her pedaling, she had somehow moved backward. She also felt trapped in her relationship with her somewhat depressed boyfriend, whom she wasn't sure she had ever genuinely liked. Shakira says Kim that this is the all-time white woman story she ever heard. Now a single woman, Nick, Kim almost has a sexual encounter with him but decides against it. She rejects Ali's request to be his special buddy when the local politician approaches her while intoxicated and dancing in the street. Ian gets upset with Nick for not safeguarding Kim when she is dropped off at the incorrect place while returning from a night of drinking. Nick receives a blow to the face from Ian, falls to the ground, bangs his head on a coffee table, and breaks his nose. After being impressed, Kim decides to sleep with Ian. However, the following night, they wake up in the same bed once more. Kim wakes up regretting it and promises Ian it won't happen again. Ian and Kim begin meeting frequently. They are holding hands in a marketplace when a woman yells at them and rips them apart, calling them out for being intimate in public. Kim places both Fahim and her security in perilous circumstances to capture compelling news videos. When they set out to meet up with them, they are attacked, and an airstrike saves them. Tanya hires a computer technician named Jaweed to try to exploit his contacts to gain her an exclusive interview. Tanya sustains a fractured arm and is hurt as Jaweed passes away. Kim is envious of Tanya over the coming weeks as she receives more publicity, but she feels bad for being so while her friend is so close to dying away. If Kim continues to put herself in danger, Fahim says he won't work for her. Fahim tells her a tale about addicts who never stop needing a fix and warns Kim not to chase after her fix of being on television. Fahim claims he needs to consider his wife and children. When Kim calls her manager Chris to explain that she needs more resources and airtime, Chris responds that Jerry, the new boss, has instructed him to do that. Kim informs Chris angrily that she is. When Kim visits New York City again later, she goes into Jerry's office and is shocked to learn that her new boss is a woman named Cherry Jones. Kim is informed by Jerry that Tanya-like stories are needed because America no longer wants to see the conflict on the news. Kim is informed by Jerry that she has hired Tanya and that Kim and Tanya must have flown in together. Kim is surprised and rushes into a meeting space to find Tanya. Tanya assures her that she would have acted similarly. She is informed by Kim that Jaweed died and that it is not about the job. Specialist Coughlin, one of the first guys Kim interviewed, lost both of his legs to an IED blast when he was transferred shortly after her conversation with Kim, according to Tanya. Kim breaks and quits her friendship with Tanya as she leaves the office feeling humiliated. She calls Ian, who informs her that she needs a break from Kabul and asks her to meet him in Glasgow, so she boards a plane for Glasgow. When Kim's plane made landfall, her colleagues in Kabul text her to inform her that Ian has disappeared and might have been abducted. Fahim meets Kim at the airport when she returns in a hurry to Kabul, where she goes to ask the general if he can assist her in finding Ian. Kim claims she can secure TV time for his Marines, which may result in increased government funding. She needs additional information regarding Ian's location, he claims, and he can't send his Marines in without it. Ian was caught on camera dancing drunk in the street, which Kim used to blackmail Ali into helping her find Ian. Tall Brian accompanies the Marines on the rescue mission to save Ian to film them. Ian comes back and thanks Kim. Kim worries about the future of their relationship and tells Ian that Kabul is not normal and that she must leave before she comes to believe it is. Kim informs Ian that she requested a transfer from her current position to either New York City or Washington, D.C. She also lets him know where to locate her if he wants his scarf back. Fahim says he and his wife had Irish twins when Kim was in Kabul, and they say farewell as Kim departs from Kabul. At the airport, Kim asks Fahim if the addicts ever recovered. She tells him she wants to hug him, but as he hands Kim her suitcase, they momentarily brush their hands. Kim visits Specialist Coughlin, a double amputee who appears to be content with life with his wife and a little son. Kim says sorry for what happened to him. She tends to overestimate her responsibility to the situation, according to Coughlin, who tells her he doesn't hold her responsible and doesn't want her to. She is reminded by Coughlin that a lot occurred in Kabul and that they were attempting to make the best of a horrible situation over which they had no control. In the final scene, Kim, who is now a regular news anchor in New York, is preparing to carry out an interview with author Ian McKelpie for a book he has written. Ian asks Kim if she would like to meet him for coffee after informing her that he will soon be in New York as part of his book tour. Kim smiles. Movie ends here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.